everyone, today we have a new video about questions on Radian for International A-Level Edexcel.
Are you feeling confused? You have problems in math? Our online courses will help you at any time.
Let's see some summary points of radians. As we know, the radian measure is one of the types of measure, like the degrees measure, which we have studied in the previous grades. So we have some degree angles in here and the equivalent radian measure for this angle. So the 30 is pi over 6, 45 is pi over 4, and so on. So just we're going to move briefly on this part, how to find the arc length, area of a sector, and area of a segment using the radian measure. So the arc length is r times theta in radian measure, and area of the sector is a equals half r squared theta. R is the radius length and theta is the angle in here. And if we want to find area of a segment, so what we'll do is we're going to find the area of the sector, then we're going to subtract it from we're going to find the area of the sector, then we're going to subtract the area of triangle from the area of the sector. Then you can find it in this form: half r squared theta minus half r squared sine theta. This is the formula of the area of the sector. This is the formula of the area of triangle. If you subtract them, you can get. Let's see one example to understand this point. Here's an example from the past papers. The question says, Figure 2 shows the design for a company logo. The design consists of a triangle ABE joined to a sector BCDE of a circle, the radius 6 cm and center E. The line AE is perpendicular to the line DE. AE is perpendicular to DE. And the length of AE is 9 cm. The size of angle BED is 3.5 radians. As shown in figure 2, we need to find the length of arc BCD, this one, and then we need to find to one decimal place the perimeter of this logo and the area of the logo. So first of all, let's find what's the arc length of A. So to find the arc length, here what we will do is, in part A, arc length equals r theta. We have the radius length is 6 cm multiplied by 3.5 radians measure equals 21. And don't forget to change the your calculator into radians measure by pressing on shift mode, then choose number 4 to make the calculator on radians. This is for part A. Part B, we need to find what's the perimeter of the logo. So to get the perimeter, you need to know the arc length plus the length of this side, the length of this side, and the length of this side. So what's the outbound of this shape to get the perimeter? So in this part, we need to know we have the length of AE, we have the length of DE, the arc length of BCD, but we don't know what's the length of AB. So let's first of all find the length of AB, then we'll try to get the perimeter. To find the length of AB, we have BE is 6 centimeters. This BE is 6 centimeters, and AE is 9. And here we can get this angle. How can we get this angle? This is 90 degrees, which is pi over 2 radians. Its measure is pi over 2. And this part is 3.5. And as we know, all of this together makes 2 pi, which is a complete third. So we can get this angle, which is AEB. So angle AAB equals, the total of the angles is 2 pi, then minus 3.5 plus pi over 2. So the measure of this angle and point B will be 1.2 radian or rad. So the measure of this angle is 1.2 rad. So what we will do after we found this angle, we can use here, if you have two side lengths, they are known in one triangle, and you have the included angle is known, you can use cosine rule. You have two side lengths are known, and you have the included angle in here. So you can use cosine rule. So we can find the length of AB, then we can find the perimeter. So let's find AB by using cosine rule. It will be AB squared equals 9 squared plus 6 squared minus 2 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 6 multiplied by cosine 1.2 rad. And do not forget to make your calculator on the rad to calculate this, and then at the end you should make square root for the answer of this part. So the length of AB will be 8.82 centimeters. So we got the length of AB. Now you have the length of AB, you have the arc length, you have the length of the radius, and you have the length of AE. So you can get the perimeter. The perimeter is the total length of AE, ED, BCD arc length, and AB. So let's add them together to get the perimeter. It will be 8.82 plus we have the arc length was 21, then plus 6 as a radius plus 9, which is the side length of AE. All of them together would be 44.8, approximately 44.8 centimeters. This is for part B. If we want to move to part C, which is the area of the logo, you need to find the area of the arc, the area of this sector, and the area of the triangle, and add them together. And this is very easy. You have, you know, the central angle for this sector, and you have the arc length, so you can get the area of the triangle, the area of the sector first, and you have two side lengths and the included angle, so you can get the area of this triangle. So the total area of the logo will be area of the sector plus area of the triangle. So it will be area of the sector first equals half r squared theta, as you know, and the radians, it will be half multiplied by 6 squared multiplied by theta, which is 3.5. Okay, and the area of the triangle will be half AB sine C, which means we're going to multiply half by the length of any two sides multiplied by sine the included angle. So it will be half multiplied by 9, then multiplied by 6, multiplied by sine 1.2 rad. Then at the end, after you get the answer of the area of the sector and the area of triangle, add them together. So it will be at the end, the area of the sector will be approximately 88.2 centimeters squared. This is the first example. Let's see one more example.
Our courses are not just regular online courses. You will practice and solve like you are in a real class. Our goal to prepare you to get A star.
Let's move to another question. The question says the design for a logo ABCDEA is shown in figure 3. As you see here, the logo consists of a sector which is OBCDO, and we have another sector OEEO, which is this small one. Given that the size of the acute angle AOE is pi over 6, this one is pi over 6, the measure of this angle, and we need here to find, and the arc length of AE is pi, this AE, its arc length is pi. We need to find the length of OA, the length of OA. And you must know that OB is double OA. OB is double OA. So if you get the length of OA, you will double it to get OB, which is the radius for the major sector. So let's find OA first. How to find OA? We have the arc length and we have the measure of this angle. Arc length is equals what? Arc length is r multiplied by theta we have the arc length is pi, and we have theta is pi over 6, and we have r here. So just shift there, so r is pi divided by pi over 6. So the answer will be 6 centimeters. So the length of OA is 6 centimeters. And here, this one, the radius for the major arc will be 12 centimeters because it's double, as you know. In part B, we need to find the area of the logo, the area of the whole logo. So to get the area of this logo, what you'll do is you're going to find the area for the major sector plus this small sector together. Then you're going to find the answer for the area of this one. So let's start finding first the area of the sector, the biggest one, which is OBCDO. So we need to find the area of OBCDO. You must take care about something. We have the angle measure here is pi over 6. So to get the rest of this as a complete circle, it will be pi, or it's going to be 2 pi minus pi over 6. Okay, to get the measure of this angle, the reflex. To find the reflex for this angle, it will be 2 pi minus pi over 6. It will be 11 pi over 6. 11 pi over 6. So the measure of this angle is 11 pi over 6, and the radius length is 12. So it will be half r squared theta. So it's going to be half multiplied by 12 squared multiplied by theta, which is 11 pi over 6. So if you try to simplify it, this is 144, the half of 144. If you simplify it with the 6, it's going to be 24. Half of 24 is 12. 12 by 11 pi, it will be 132 pi. So this is the area of sector OBCDO, the biggest one. If we want to find the area of this small part, so we get the whole area of the logo, it will be this for the small one, which is OAEO, this sector. It will be half r squared theta. You must take care about that. The r for the radius for the small one is 6. So it will be half by 6 squared by pi over 6. So just simplify 1 6 here with 1 6. So it will be half by 6 is 3. So it's going to be 3 pi. If you add them together, it will be 132 pi added to 3 pi. It will be 135 pi. This is the area of the whole logo, and you can leave it as it is. So this is the area as 135 pi centimeter squared. This is the area for this logo. If you want to find the perimeter for the logo, the perimeter, you need to find the length of AO and ED plus the arc length of AE plus the arc length of this one. So we need to find the outbound for this shape. So we can do point C here. To find the perimeter, we need to find the arc length for this arc, the biggest one, which is OBCDO plus OAO plus the AB plus ED. Okay, so we have this one at its length 6, and this one at its length 6, and this one is already pi. So let's just get the arc length. So the arc length for the major arc is r by theta. So here we have the arc length, or the radius length is 12. So 12 multiplied by theta here, this one, the reflex is 11 pi over 6. So it will be 12 multiplied by 11 pi over 6, you can simplify the 12 and 6 together. So it will be 2 by 11 is 22 pi. This is the arc length only. For the measure is 22 pi plus 6 plus pi plus 6. So the whole perimeter would be 22 pi plus 6 plus 6 plus pi. This will give me, add the pi's together, it will be 23 pi plus 12 centimeter. You can write it as a decimal together. So this is the answer for part C, how to find the perimeter. If we move to another question, the question says, diagram not drawn to scale. In figure 1, we have figure 1 shows the design for badge. The design consists of two congruent triangles, AOC, BOC. We have the given information, as you see here. This is the measure of alpha and radian, and this is the length of AO is 3, OB is 3, and OC is 5, and these two triangles, AOC and COB, they are congruent. We have to find in part A, show that alpha equals 1.6 radians, and we have the area of this sector, AOB, the area of this sector is 7.2 centimeters squared. So in part A, I'm working on the area of the sector, which is half r squared theta. So the area is already given as 7.2 equals half r squared. R is 3, so it's 3 squared multiplied by theta, which is alpha. So this one would be 9 over 2, and here 7.2. Just shift the 9 over 2 there by division, so alpha will be 7.2 divided by 9 over 2. It gives you at the end 1.6 radian, or 1.6 rad. So we got the alpha now, which is 1.6. Don't forget that it was mentioned these two triangles, they're congruent. They have OC is common side. So it means if these are congruent, it means this angle is the same as this angle, star. So what you will do is, the total for this term is 2 pi. 2 pi minus 1.6, which is the alpha. Then you divide them by 2 to get the star. So how you get the star again? It will be, you have this part, all of this is 2 pi. You're going to remove the 1.6. You remove first the 1.6, then the answer you will divide by 2. So if you do calculate in here, in this part, let's see, if I want to make 2 pi minus 1.6 divided by 2, so approximately each one of them is 2.34. So here is 2.34, and here 2.34. This angle is 2.34, and this angle is 2.34. So how did we get the star again? Since these are two congruent, so the angle here, the measure of this angle and the measure of this angle, they are equal. So 2 pi, the total of the angles at a point, minus 1.6, it will give me 4.6 something, or 4.7. Then you can divide by 2, so you got the angle there. So what's required? We need to find the area, given the answer in two significant figures. So to find the area of this logo or this design, you need to find the area of the sector plus the area of these two triangles. We already have the area of the sector, so we will do it now. We will get the area of one triangle, then we multiply it by 2 because they are congruent. So area of triangle, this is part B, it will be half multiplied by A by B sine C. A is 3, B is 5, so it's 3 by 5 by sine the angle 2.34. This is one triangle, the area of one triangle. Then at the end we can do what? We multiply by 2. So what we'll get here? We'll multiply by 2 because we have two triangles. So we have now the area of the two triangles together. Then what we will do is, after finding the area of the triangle, we're going to add it to the area of the sector. The area of the sector. So we can now find the answer. Let's calculate this part. Here, find the area of the triangle first, then we multiply it by 2. So the area of the triangle, it will be 5 point, this one is 5.388. Then the area we're going to multiply by 2, it will be 10.7 approximately. So the area of the two triangles 10.7 plus the area of the sector 7.2. So it will be 10.7 plus 7.2. So it will be approximately 17.72, which is rounded to 18 centimeters squared. So we got the area of this one. If we want to find in part B double I, we need to find the perimeter of this part. The perimeter we will add together the lateral sides or the outbound. So we need to know the arc length of AB, we need to know the length of AC, we need to know the length of CB, then we can add them all together at the end. So let's find first of all the arc length of AB. The arc length of AB, it will be R by theta, which is 1.6 radian multiplied by the radius, which is 3, gives me 4.8 centi. So we got the arc length of this one. We need to find the length of AC, and already the length of BC, they are the same. AC and BC, they are the same. There's two congruent triangles. So you can get the length of AC by using cosine rule. Why cosine rule? Because you have two sides and one included angle, so you can get the length of AC. So the length of AC will be 3 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by cosine the angle, which is 2.34. Then you do square root. So AC it will give 7.4 centimeter approximately. And here, since this is 7.4, this one is 7.4 as well. And here we have in this one 4.8. So add them all together. So it will be 7.4 multiplied by 2, then plus 4.8. The final answer will be